And ladies and gentlemen, we are live. I'm Stetson,
And I'm Dennis.
and this is the after show. We hang out, we answer your questions, and we get things going. So, thank you guys so much for joining us this evening. We've got a new ticker going along the bottom just to make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And we're talking about some great news today. Mint Mobile possibly coming to Canada. But first, I think we need to address something. Dennis, looking very sharp today, my friend. Is there a special occasion or something? What was going on?
Yeah, so I was getting my picture taken for my badge for my new job, and I decided since I had to dress up anyway, I figured I would just look a little spiffy.
Look at little Spiffy. I love it. Not to be outdone, I put on one of my nice-ish shirts to kind of go with the flow. I'm kind of blending into my background a little bit. I want to welcome Eduardo into the live stream chat and Santiago.
Real quick,
Welcome.
real
Yeah.
quick, Stetson. I just want to say in that flannel, you remind me of Eric from that '70s show.
That is hilarious. That is hilarious. And also, it says subscribe Sneed Mobile Tech if you missed that, because I think I created this way back when we were going to have Sneed on. So there's a little Easter egg for you. Dennis, I'm looking at my end and I'm looking like I'm lagging like crazy. Are you seeing that too, or is that just me? You're also seeing that? Wow. What a way to start off a stream. Dennis, I don't even know what to say at this point. I'm going to hand it over to you. Ethan's coming on. I gotta switch. This isn't working. I mean, it's
Okay.
being recorded, but it's just not. I'll be
Are you
back.
using the? Which one are you using?
This is Xfinity over Wi-Fi, and
We
we are
told you
just.
can't do Wi-Fi, man. You got a hardwire.
I'm gonna be right back, everybody.
All right. Sup, Tim? So I'm wearing contacts because for the picture for the badge, I wasn't allowed to wear glasses, so I'm wearing contacts for the first time in a long time. Ah, it's not very often I get to take over the show so early, but it's good to see you guys all working your ways in. Don't forget to smash the like button while we're waiting. But sorry about the technical difficulties. We're just having Stetson get all fixed up here real fast. While we're waiting, thoughts on the C-band delays. It was somewhat expected, I feel like. I mean, history has shown us that with spectrum auctions, things always come up. Like when T-Mobile bought, I think it was band 12, they had to deal with delays there. And then, band 71 had delays as people got repackaged over. So C-band, nothing new.
I'm back. Welcome back.
Good to have you back. Good to have you
This might
back.
actually cut out. 1 second. Is it better? No, it's still live. Perfect. Awesome.
So I was whoa. I was just talking. I ran a speed test earlier today with Verizon when I was stopping by the Rite Aid. That was over LTE.
That's insane. That's really good for Verizon LTE.
That's really good in general.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
The reason why I screen cap this is because Stetson, you always talk about Verizon being congested. That's my case in point that they're not.
Not always. It's very location dependent. Anyway, Dennis, I put Mint Mobile going to Canada in the title. I think we got to address that, and then we can get on with the rest of the show, whatever you guys want to talk about, but we got to talk about Mint Mobile. So let me just share this screen real fast. This was really, really exciting. Mint Mobile did an advertisement. They had a billboard in Canada. Here's the video that they posted. It's actually unlisted on YouTube, but if you go to mintmobile.ca, you can see it. And we'll just cut to the billboard scene, which is right here. Of course, it's Ryan Reynolds, the owner of Mint Mobile, owner and customer, I should say. Ryan is from Canada himself, and so he's trying to bring affordable wireless to Canada. We've got Algus in the chat. Yay, Canada. Oh, 100%. I am with you. This is actually funny because we had Algus on, founder of Mobile, also trying to be an MVNO in Canada. I'd be curious, Algus, what your thoughts are on this. Is this a possibility? Could there be two, Mobile and Mint Mobile? Either way, I think Canada needs some love in the MVNO space, and we would definitely love to see it.
What I would, what I'd like to hear Algus answer is who does he think Mint will actually sign an agreement with in Canada? Will it be Bell, Rogers, or Telus? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, so this is the video. Of course, no audio because haven't figured that part out yet.
Wait, what's up? Wait, you can't figure out how to do audio, or?
Yeah, I don't think I can get audio from the video on the stream because it's just going into my headphones. But bottom line is Ryan is saying / not saying to call your representatives. So maybe, but not really. But not call your representatives. Maybe. So that's kind of, Dennis, what do you think the probability is that we see Mint Mobile in Canada? Actually, what do you think the probability is we see an MVNO in Canada?
High.
And then what's the time frame? I think those are the two questions. Will there be an MVNO? I think yes, given the number of people advocating for it and fighting for it. And then when is it going to happen?
Yeah, so high on the probability of being an MVNO. As far as Mint specifically being the MVNO that enters Canada, I'm not so sure. Because they're a U.S. company, it makes things a little bit more interesting, right? You know? But I mean, chances are good there's definitely going to be a MVNO that enters Canada because they need it. And then what was the second question? The time frame?
Yeah, the time frame.
Well, if Mint's doing an advertisement like this, I'm going to say probably not for another 6 months.
Gotcha. I would say at least 2 years. That's what I'm going to go with.
Oh, you're thinking 2 years.
I think it's a long uphill battle with Canada, and yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think it'll be 2 years before we see one launch. Hopefully sooner, but that's what I'm thinking right now. What do you guys think in the comments? All right, so Algus is chiming in. The more the merrier. No path yet for full MVNOs in Canada. Mint Mobile is applying pressure to the CRTC and the Comp Bureau in the light of the Rogers-Shaw merger, election promises, etc. So I think it sounds to me what Canada needs right now is a little bit of pressure on the regulators, almost to make it or to take regulatory action to enforce or allow MVNO agreements. My understanding is that they are allowed right now, but just that the fact that there are zero incentivizes no company to actually go through with that. But yeah, Santiago's hoping Mint could possibly cover the U.S., Canada, and Mexico.
Yeah, we talked about this a little bit more in detail on the podcast last night, but that was one of the things that I was thinking that could be a potential thing, like having domestic roaming, not domestic roaming, excuse me, but having like native roaming when you go between these countries instead of having to pay per gigabyte like Mint currently does would be interesting.
Yeah, Mint is very expensive per gigabyte. What do you think their current pricing is in Canada right now?
If they had to sell it, or what do you mean?
I mean, their current international roaming rates in Canada.
Probably something like 10 cents per megabyte. I don't know.
It's so expensive. All right.
Is it 10 cents?
I'm pulling it up right now. So here we go, everybody. This is the Mint Mobile website. We're going to type in Canada here. It is available. You can roam. It is 6 cents per megabyte, which would be Is that $6? No. Yeah. That's $6 per 100 megabytes. And that is times 1,000. So $60. Oh, $60 a gigabyte, everybody.
So yeah, I was close. 10 cents, 6 cents. I was close.
Yeah, you're up there. I mean, this is all up there. Oh, Terminator's saying, I like the haircut, Dennis.
Thank you.
Looking sharp.
What's up, Sneed?
What is up, Sneed?
I knew you were coming, so I got all dressed up spiffy for you, man.
Dennis, that is not what you said at the beginning of this stream.
I know, I'm just...
Yeah. So yeah, Canada's expensive for data, and yeah, we're assuming it's due to regulatory. Again, my understanding right now is there's nothing preventing MVNOs. It's just that the carriers, the MNOs, the network operators, Shaw, Telus. Actually, no, Shaw has merged, so it's Bell, Rogers, and Telus. They don't want to make an MVNO agreement because they lose money basically. Like they want all of their customers on postpaid plans, which is currently the case. So I think that's why. And yeah, this is Depot Bob. This is the after show. We're hanging out. The podcast is going live tomorrow. That was pre-recorded. Of course, all Patreon supporters can now watch that today immediately. It's available for them, and it was live. So,
Stetson, speaking of the Patreon, do you
yeah,
want to talk to the audience real quick about some of the big changes that we're making?
sure. Yeah, guys, we are making some changes to the Patreon. If you're interested in supporting us, we're adding some extra perks and benefits. So let me pull this up so you can take a look at the new plans, what we got going on. So we've got a new tier. This is the Patreon. Again, you can find it linked in the video description if you're interested in checking it out. We've got community member, extra content, a new perk, network enthusiast, and we also have our absolute superhero. And I got some fun imagery. Two big ones. We've now added $5 off Lowe's mobile service. Thank you to Dennis and Carlos for making that happen. And this is the new tier, the network enthusiast, $10 off Lowe's Mobile, and you're getting a video shout out. And this could be like your name on the end screen. It could be in the ticker like we have down below, and just some extra benefits.
And are we able to talk about what we were talking about for the $20 tier? Or is that not?
I don't think we've confirmed. Is this the t-shirt thing?
Yes.
Yeah, I think we can do that.
Okay, so then let's talk about that real quick. For our people that have been so gracious as to be part of the $20 tier, we've decided that if for anybody that's part of the $20 tier for 6 consecutive months, we will send you out a Best Phone Plans t-shirt. There is some caveats to this. It's only going to be within the U.S. for now because we don't want to have to deal with the logistical hurdles that come from international shipments. But basically, yeah, you'll get to rock some pretty cool merch, which I think is pretty cool. And then obviously all other benefits of the lower tiers obviously apply to the $20 tier.
Yep, 100%. And the lower tiers are there as well. Tons of great perks and benefits. You can join the Discord community, which we love to have you. We're now doing monthly live chats on Discord as opposed to just an individual stream because we love interacting with you all. So if you're interested, please consider checking out the perks linked in the video description. And with that said, Alex, when are you guys going to do a review on Lowe's Mobile? That is literally the next video I will create, Alex. Will be a review on Lowe's Mobile. It is long overdue.
I will just say that as far as Lowe's Mobile goes, I've been testing out the Verizon access, which isn't available to the public yet. Of course, the AT&T access for quite some time. Although it's not like official testing like video style like Stetson does, I can tell you with confidence that the plans are great. The performance is great.
Alex, yeah, so it's going to be the next one. And I mean, the synopsis right now is that they're the best value, some of the best value unlimited plans you can get. I think they're going to be superb options for secondary lines with the support of eSIM and especially the unlimited hotspot features and functionality. But yeah, my plan is to work on that and get it up literally as soon as physically possible. That will probably end up being maybe Monday, I will say, but don't hold me to that.
And Tim, yes, the t-shirt reward is for the highest tier, the $20 tier.
Yeah, there we go. Alex is excited. Oh, interesting. Well, so Santiago is saying Verizon access has been great in my area, even during normal times. It's congested. It sounds like, Dennis, you've actually had pretty good experience on Verizon now.
I think he's referring specifically to the Lowe's Mobile plan with the priority data that it gets.
Yeah, so what is that? Can you give us a lowdown of what they're possibly working on?
So, I don't have a fancy way to check the actual QCI like you do on your phone, but what I can say is from my testing is that it's definitely at the very least postpaid priority. It might be better, but it's definitely at the very least postpaid priority data because I know for a fact that I'm getting faster speeds on it than say like a US Mobile.
Yeah, and US Mobile is deprioritized, so that would make sense.
So that's been great. All the features have worked. 5G access has been working great.
That's awesome. Have you connected to millimeter wave? That's also like kind of a big question.
Yeah, man. Remember I did those 2 streams where I went down to PNC Park and then I went down to the Duquesne campus. So yeah, it's just been great. I mean, it works really well. It's the best plan on Verizon's network, period.
Better than Verizon's own plans. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell too many people about this when it launches, guys.
I mean, everybody should be on it. Like legit, Verizon's a ripoff for what they're charging.
So Ryan, right now, from my personal testing, my personal physical SIM card, lowest mobile line on AT&T, I got a QCI value of 8, I believe. Yeah,
We're talking about for AT&T, right?
I think so. I'm just trying to remember what the numbers are. Yeah, it would be 8, and that's basically the same as unlimited extra. Yeah, and then for Verizon, it's going to be either 7 or 8 on Verizon. 8 is the typical postpaid priority, and then 9 is the deprioritized. So it's either going to be 8, which is regular postpaid, or if it's possibly higher than that, that's where it would be either 6 or 7, but we haven't confirmed it. Vincent, great question. I have a US mobile plan. I haven't driven out to Denver yet to test. I'm hoping to also do that this weekend, but we'll see. It'll be a full weekend for sure. But I don't know if they do get the indicator. One thing I will say is I was testing out Xfinity Mobile. They did not get the ultra wideband icon in the status bar.
What did it show when you connected?
It just said 5G. You wouldn't have known.
Well, until you run a speed test, of course.
Yeah, and then you run a speed test and it's like, oh, I'm getting some amazing speeds. And yeah, Santiago, I've definitely heard that AT&T should be QCI 6. I'm just saying from my personal experience, my line is definitely QCI 8 right now.
I don't have a way to check. And I don't know. I know Stetson rooted his. I think you're using what, a Google Pixel?
Yeah, so if you root a Google Pixel 3a and you get Network Signal Guru, that is how you can test. Or it will give you a reading, and I've heard there's some debate on the accuracy of those.
I was just about to bring up, I don't know how accurate the test is.
I feel like it's been pretty accurate. Like, it'll give me the number, and then from the speed test, like the speed tests have matched the numbers so far. And you can check that for yourself in the T-Mobile 5G speed test video. I don't know if I included that in the AT&T one, but yeah.
I think you mentioned it because you talked about how consumer elite, excuse me. But I don't know. Here's what I do know. It's definitely priority of some kind, and as best I can tell, the lowest mobile line has performed literally identical to my postpaid elite plan. So take that for what it's worth.
Yeah.
And also, just for the sake of mentioning this, when you did testing on AT&T, there were times where starter was performing as well as extra and vice versa when you were doing
so when I ran tests individually and the network wasn't congested, they all got great speeds. But whenever I ran the tests simultaneously, I consistently noticed my elite plan got faster speeds than lowest mobile. And then it got the same speeds as my unlimited extra line. And then starter was, of course, below that.
What was the thing that you posted on Twitter yesterday with the cricket stuff that we were talking about?
Yeah, so that was running the tests individually at the Boston Logan Airport. Because I was testing, like, when you're testing congestion, you want to do the test individually so you're not causing your own congestion.
Gotcha.
And for the actual speed test, when I was doing the network priority, I was running them all same phone, iPhone 12 at the same time to see how those speeds varied between the different plans.
Understood. Well, that was a little bit of lows. Just so you guys know, man, feel free to ask any questions. It can be literally anything. We'll be glad to answer while we're talking. But with that being said, did you see my message I sent you earlier about the Verizon access? Did you get the update on your phone?
I did not get the update. I saw the message. And I don't know if I had actually given Carlos the right IMEI. So do I have to restart my phone to get that?
No, it should just come up as like a settings notification. Like when you go into settings, right below the Apple thing, it'll like a little thing.
I wasn't seeing that. So I'll have to check that out.
You'll have to reach out to Carlos to get that.
Get that sorted.
Get that sorted.
Usual, yeah.
Well, that sucks. I was going to ask you if you had a chance. Well, here's a different question. Your time with Xfinity should be coming to an end, right?
Yep. Oh, actually, that reminds me. I signed up for T-Mobile Home Internet today.
Nice.
Yeah, I got everything recorded on the how-to sign-up guide, which was super nice. And That should be coming next week, which will give me time to compare the different internet performances and plans. I could possibly
Please,
even do a live stream on T-Mobile home internet, see what it's like.
yeah, it's gonna be good because you have N41 like
Yeah.
blanketing you. But please do me a favor. When you do this for all of them, please test hardwired.
Yes. Yes.
For the love of God, because the T-Mobile gateway is trash over Wi-Fi. Your Xfinity gateway is too far away from you, and then, heck, even on your Next Light, the Wi-Fi speeds were much worse than hardwired.
It's true. So,
Also, one other caveat I want to say: you should really replace the Next Light router so you can actually get your full speeds.
yeah, I think what is this, the 7th month we've mentioned this?
Dude, you literally had me do all those research, clicking on links to share with you from Amazon, and you still didn't buy anything.
I haven't pulled the trigger, man. It's like $300. I also want to give a shout out to Toronto Plane Spotting. If Mint Mobile comes to Canada, I'll sign up right away. Hope you're doing well in Canada, Toronto Plane Spotting, or in Toronto, as the name implies. It would be awesome for Mint Mobile to come. Dennis and I think probability of MVNOs very high. I'm putting the timeline at like 2 years.
Well, I didn't know there was legal stuff in the way, so
that slows things down a lot. It's
so
like,
I would probably agree with you then. If there's legal stuff in the way, probably like 2 years as well. But
Ryan liked T-Mobile home internet. Have you guys in the chat? Has anyone used T-Mobile home internet in the chat? I'm curious. I was almost thinking of, if it's good enough, maybe I should cancel NextLight.
You're high.
Save some money.
You're drunk, dude. Next Light's only $60, right?
$70.
Still, I don't know what you're smoking, Stetson, but like you could not do what you want. You were complaining about 35 megabits per second upload.
Yeah,
okay?
I mean, I was using it. It's slower for sure, and didn't actually work for this stream. But
Stetson, if you want to save $20 that badly, stop having 4 AT&T lines active all at one time, and you just did it for a whole year. There you go. But
Sneed is saying that T-Mobile home internet is awful. My apologies.
But I want to change gears a little bit, Stetson.
Yeah.
Yesterday you had put in the docket about the modems.
Oh yeah.
Talk about it. So I feel 100%. Like that's a good time to bring that up.
Boom, guys! We got some new modems from Qualcomm coming out. This is for the Snapdragon 7, 6, and 4 series. What are we looking at here? We're looking at Snapdragon 778G plus 5G mobile platform. And this is basically a follow-up on the Snapdragon 778G with boosted GPU and CPU performance. Qualcomm saying it's for AI. Okay. And that's that. We have the Snapdragon 695 5G. This is basically better performance than the 690 for gaming. Supports both millimeter wave and sub-6. Snapdragon 480 plus 5G. This is more entry-level budget, but still supports good 5G experiences. And then we've got the 680 4G. This is 4G. That's it. Those are the 4 new chips. That's basically it. I mean, these are using, by the way, 778G plus 5G is using the X53. And then these two are using the X51 modems, which were in the Pixel devices. Pixel 5, I think, had that. So honestly, I think they'll probably be decent. Good. We'll see them come to mid-tier, more entry-level devices. Should provide good speeds and performance.
Stetson, educate me a little bit. The X53 modem, man, like what's that comparable to? Is that like comparable to the like Snapdragon 865's X55 modem? Like, try to talk to me here because I didn't do too much research on this.
Yeah, so it looks like it supports 5G millimeter wave and sub-6. You're getting DSS. You can get millimeter wave up to 400 megahertz in 2x2 MIMO. Sub-6 5G, 120 megahertz, 4x4 MIMO, which is better. You've got a bunch of Qualcomm branding terms.
This is interesting. Hold up. For the sub 6 gigahertz, it caps out 120 megahertz of bandwidth. That is not great for T-Mobile.
Because they're doing... Well, yeah, what are they doing?
Well, Well, a couple things on this front. I have good news, but let me see what I want to say. So for T-Mobile, I know they're trying to push N41 100 megahertz all by its lonesome, and then it carrier aggregates typically with, say, band 66 or band 2, and usually band 66 and band 2 for most people are in 20 megahertz chunks. I know that for very well optimized sites where I've seen like the really great speed, it'll be like band 66 20 megahertz, band 2 15 megahertz, N41 100 megahertz. And I've also seen times for legacy sites where I've seen band 41 carrier aggregate itself in like 20 by 20 chunks, and then combined with some other stuff. Anyway, long story short, what I'm getting at is that 120 megahertz means that basically you're only going to be able to connect to N41 and then maybe one other subchannel versus carrier aggregating with the full suite of spectrum that T-Mobile has.
Yeah, and I will say for comparison here, if we look at the flagship, this is the Snapdragon 888 currently being used in the Galaxy S21. This will give you 200 megahertz, okay? And it'll give you millimeter wave up to 800 megahertz of bandwidth.
That's a lot better.
Yeah, that's the difference right there between more of an entry-level chip, maybe a mid-tier chip, and a high-end chip. You can see.
I just noticed something else that's important. The entry-level chip only has 2x2 MIMO.
That is for millimeter wave.
Go back. Oh, sorry.
Yep. So the sub 6 is getting 4x4. Sub 6 is getting 4x4 millimeter wave.
Yep. My bad.
All good. You can compare these speeds though: 3.7 gigabits per second down and 1.6 gigabits per second up, compared to 7.5 gigabits per second down, 3 gigabits per second up.
Dude, we're never gonna see 3 gigabits per second up.
So true. So true.
But hey, I want to mention a little sprinkle of good news. Stetson, remember when I showed off my coverage map and there was a small little plot of N41?
Oh, yeah. Oh, is it growing? Has it been farmed out? Someone throw some fertilizer on that? It started to spread its wings?
But I took a little loop around the cul-de-sac.
Yeah. Oh, a big move. Wow.
And I actually was able to pick up N41.
Wow.
Guess what speeds got?
You got 200 down and 25 up.
I got, instead of me trying to remember, let me just tell you by looking. I got 112 down and 9.7 up.
Wow, so it's basically slower than AT&T LTE.
True, but this is a big improvement over the 25 megabits per second. Unfortunately, I can't connect from my specific house. I have to
go outside
and point myself just the right angle just to connect. But
boom.
But yeah, no, it is slower than both AT&T and Verizon in that identical location. AT&T, for comparison, when I was walking around like that, was able to get 300 down and like 80 up, and Verizon was able to get about 170 down and like 40 up.
Yeah, I think Ryan says those speeds are still decent. I think that's fine. I'm almost curious, like, what speeds is everyone getting right now in the chat? Like, if you're going, like Ryan, if you were to run a speed test, what would you get? Santiago, if you're going to run a speed test, what are you getting? Our friend Debo Pop, I should say, what are you getting? Alex, yeah, what are you guys getting?
If Green is in here, I know that he's getting like 700 meg if Green's in here.
Yeah.
He be getting crazy speeds. And Stetson, I know you be getting crazy speeds.
Oh, 100%. I don't even have that.
Oh, speaking of T-Mobile, by the way, when I was at that Rite Aid, I ran a speed test with all the carriers. T-Mobile, I connected to a site that I only had band 66 and band 12. And I was only getting like 15 megabits per second.
Still usable, but you would have liked to see something better.
And then the Verizon, I already showed you earlier on the stream what I got from Verizon over LTE. And then AT&T, surprisingly, didn't perform as exceptionally as I expected. They only got about 80 megabits per second. So
that's still great. Santiago saying 149 down and 14 up. Los Mobile Verizon, 2 bars of service. Alex, downtown Seattle, 40 megabits per second down. That's still pretty good. Ethan's in a good spot. T-Mobile 400 by 10. AT&T and Verizon struggle to get 40 megabits per second most days. I'm in the same boat as you, Ethan. I actually found the Verizon tower that was servicing my location. And the problem is, A, it's far away. B, there's a lot of stuff in between me and the tower. And C, I don't think it has as many bands as I would hope. But there you go.
So,
Ooh, geez. Toronto plane spotting in Canada, 400 down and 80 up on LTE Kudo in Canada.
ooh,
That's crazy. Is that can't be an MVNO? Is that just like a small regional operator? It's got to be. That's my guess.
oh, Glenn says he has Spectrum Mobile and the speed test show 5G ultra wideband symbol on YouTube.
Yeah, interesting. I will double check that, Glenn, but I did not get 5G. Actually, I think I can actually potentially share the video file with you guys.
Also, Glenn, one small correction I want to make is that to your comment, Spectrum and Xfinity are totally separate companies entirely.
Well, he's saying they're both Verizon MVNOs, right? And they're on
that's
very, very similar agreements.
Oh, that's not the way I read that as far as the parent company thing. But
I was reading like same parent as they're both using Verizon. Also, my shout out to Digital Tech Reviews and Tips. It is my birthday today, so thank you very much. I'm 24 today.
Stetson, it's your birthday?
Yeah.
Dude, 24? You did not tell me once.
No, I slipped my mind. So much going on this month. But
happy birthday, and now I'm sad. I would have got you a gift. But
that's okay. This is a gift, Dennis. You're here with me now. Yeah, Glenn does mean Verizon. Also, geez, check out Jacob. 220 megabits per second, Bell Mobility with band 4 50 megahertz, band 2 20 megahertz, band 5 5 megahertz, S21. So good. Oh, thank you guys for the birthday wishes. Wow. Thanks, Matthew.
What
Ethan, Edward, Santiago.
What are your plans for your birthday, man? You gonna be hanging out with friends or something after this?
Today I might try and grab dinner with my roommate, and we're actually going to Top Golf tomorrow.
Ooh,
have you been there before?
I have actually. My old company that I just left when I was an intern for them took us out to Top Golf. It's legit. They got pretty good nachos, good selection of beers. But you don't drink, I don't think. So
not really, no. So I think, but yeah, it should be good. Says, you should buy Stetson that new router.
I was gonna say, well, I wouldn't buy Stetson a new router, but I was thinking about buying him something semi-podcast related. I was thinking about getting him a CPU, which he'd hopefully use to put into a future PC build.
That'd be very generous. Yeah. And yeah, I'm thankful to be actually so young. Who is commenting? Yeah, Alex is like, I'm old enough to be your dad. I'm young, and we're young here. Dennis, you're what? You're 25?
Right.
Yeah, I'm 24. Perfect.
How old is Alex? Because I'm curious. He hasn't looked that old in his profile picture.
Alex, we think your profile picture looks youthful. Top Golf in Vegas, baby. I'm in Colorado, so I'll be going to one in Colorado, playing with some friends, hopefully doing very well.
Debo Pop has an interesting question. He's asking what are our thoughts or comments on the lack of CBRS used by carriers in certain markets? It's unlicensed, so it should be used everywhere. I personally don't have too much thoughts on it. I mean, because it's unlicensed, it's sort of first come, first serve, right? Like whoever deploys it is the one that actually gets to use it, from my understanding. And if it's being used by other people, then you're kind of like out of luck, from my understanding of how that spectrum works. Stetson, do you have any better thoughts than I?
My best guess is that what does it take to deploy CBRS? It takes time and it takes money. What is a better resource and use of those? Better use of those resources? Probably building out C-band. That's my best guess right now, is they're focusing on other things. And it is true. Yeah, Verizon is being aggressive about using CBRS. Again, this kind of circles back to the fact that I think they need it because their network is some of the most congested. But yeah, and also I did find that video.
Yeah, Sneed's chiming in, and Sneed's an expert on this. Other entities are using it, schools and churches, which goes back to the thing where I said if it's already being utilized, you can't really use it.
Can't really use it. But Dennis, let's just take a look at this. This is the Xfinity Mobile speed test video. And you can see just a regular 5G icon in the status bar.
Holy cow, that ping, 7 milliseconds.
Yeah. And dude, over 4 gigabits per second. How
Dude.
crazy is that?
And that's with the iPhone 12, right?
This is the iPhone 12. It's the purple one. And yeah, I wish I could zoom in a little bit, but
Did the iPhone 13 by any chance have any differences?
nope, pretty much the same speeds from the speed test video. And you can see this is again 7 milliseconds, very good jitter, 2.9 milliseconds.
Yeah, dude, this is literally better than your cable connection.
Yeah, 100%, at least for the download.
And the upload, I thought.
Yeah, I guess for cable, geez.
Yeah.
So if I was a resident near this area, I was at Sloan's Lake Park, if anyone's in Colorado, they could possibly use this service to get
you would have to be
speeds.
very close to that site, though, if you want to get those speeds
Yeah.
specifically.
Yeah. So there you go. That was a speed test. So you can see again, no ultra wideband icon. It just said 5G, and that's where it was. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a nightmare if the FAA delays C-band for over a year. Jeez. Did you see they pushed it back, Dennis?
I didn't personally, but I know that people were asking about it earlier on in the show when you were gone.
Latest news is this. We got 2 official dates. Apparently, official date number 1 was December 5th. They were shooting for December 5th for deployment. The airline industry has annoyingly pushed it back, and it is now January 5th, 2022. So that is what we are looking at.
Yeah, my comment was basically like history has shown that delays like this happen pretty frequently, and I used the example when T-Mobile got band 12, and more so than band 12 was band 71. There was big delays as far as phases goes because they had to wait for what was it, satellite? Who was it that owned that spectrum had to move off of it? I don't remember. But point being is that it doesn't surprise me that there's delays. It's unfortunate. It's definitely not great. I mean, it's great for T-Mobile. T-Mobile's probably
They're like,
away.
yes, another 2 months of giving out free lines, slapping up the promos, getting as many people as possible. So we'll see. Also, I want to just clarify one thing from Edward. So the speed test that you were looking at, this is Xfinity Mobile, and the icon just says 5G, but this is an ultra wideband connection. So yes, it's on ultra wideband. The icon is just not updating for whatever reason. And we had a comment, who commented it, that basically the icon will likely be there in an update or something.
Yep. I will just say one thing, though. Part of me feels like that it should just all be 5G. Like, that is the way it should be. There should not be these false marketing, like, claims of, like, ultra wide, because realistically speaking, ultra wideband doesn't have to mean anything. Like Verizon, if they wanted to tomorrow, could just start putting ultra wideband on everything, and no one would be the wiser because it doesn't mean anything. It's not a set It's not like a defined standard for what 5G is. 5G is 5G.
Yeah, I mean, they're referring to the frequency of the waves, right?
I know what they're going for, but my point that I'm getting at is that it doesn't actually mean anything. Like if Verizon wanted to start calling band 66 ultra capacity or ultra wideband, they could. Like,
as you were saying, it's the marketing department. They have free reign. Yeah, I think the 5Gs have settled down. I should almost do a video like every 5G explained. We got 5GE and 5G Plus on AT&T, as well as just 5G. We've got 5G ultra wideband on Verizon, along with regular 5G. 5G ultra capacity. We got a lot. We got a good sampling of flavors of 5G.
I will just say, by the way, 5GE is just LTE advanced.
Yeah, 100%. We know that, and it's good. Like, the speeds are typically great. It's just annoying that AT&T decided to slap a 5G icon there as opposed to LTE Plus or something like that.
Literally LT-A is what they should be using because that is the actual specified standard.
Verizon does that. They're accurate.
Dude, it just annoys me because, like, as someone that takes pride in my home network, if, say, for example, Ethernet providers started going about just saying, like, This is Cat 6A ultra wideband. This is Cat 6E, Cat 5E plus more. Like none of this means anything. Like I just care about what the actual spec is, and I
Yeah.
wish it wasn't so. Because realistically speaking, too, like let's just turn the clock back for just a quick moment, Stetson. Even back in the days of like LT, right? Like, do you remember when XLT became a thing? When Verizon was marketing XLT, do you remember this?
Yeah.
All that was just them doing like 4x4 MIMO, like, which was already part of like LT's specification, right?
Yeah.
Like I think it would be more useful if they I think the best thing they should do, right, is for the people that actually care and want to see what they're connecting to, have service mode unlocked for all Galaxy phones, right?
Oh, yes, please.
Right? Just have good service modes for the people that actually care, and then for everybody else, the everyday consumer, they're probably going to be happier if they just see a normal 5G icon, right? Like the everyday consumer doesn't.
Yeah, honestly, I just want to know my phone's actually connected to you. There were times, and I showed this in the video. Oh gosh, I don't know if I can remember where it was. I think it was this one. There were times where the phones would have a 5G icon, but not actually be connected to 5G, which was
T-Mobile.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, here's a perfect example. Luckily, I found one. And I can just slap this up on screen. I wish I could zoom in a little bit more on this, but I haven't figured out how to do that yet, so forgive me. But this is Pixel 5, and you can see this is the point. I'm pointing at it. It says 5G NSA disconnected, but we still have the 5G icon displayed. So unfortunately, yeah, that's the case. Actually, I wonder if I can play this in a Chrome window. I'm gonna see if I can do that. Heck yes. Oh, what a brilliant move. Anyway, so this is it. It says Pixel 5a. It's disconnected, but it still has a 5G icon. And here you can see this isn't showing anything. But when I go into the speed test, this actually gives the accurate representation where it'll say Verizon LTE. The phone says 5G. I don't know. It's just annoying. I just want to know what it's connected to. Is that too much to ask for, Dennis?
Apparently, but I will just say, gosh darn, that's some good speed over LTE.
The funny enough, Dennis, this is the same cell site that I connect to at my home. It's just like far away and doesn't reach us very well. So I get like 50 tops.
Well, we dragged this out. Oh, thank you, DW.
Looking fresh.
But we dragged this out for a while. Let's change gears once again, Stetson.
Which gear are we shifting into, Dennis?
Well, I know you were really jazzed about the Cricket plans when we talked about them last night.
Oh my god, I'm so jazzed about Cricket.
And I think since the audience is here and can all live comment, I think it'd be great if we rehash that topic a little bit, because I had opinions that, as generally speaking, were opposite of yours, and I'd like to see whose side they want to stick on for this. So why don't you pull up the Cricket plans real quick, just so people can see it and give them a little rundown of what changed.
Yeah, so this is what we're looking at for the Cricket plans. Cricket made some huge updates, and I'm going to say this right now, live, on air. I think Cricket's new Unlimited More plan is the #1 best unlimited data plan in the entire industry right now. Let me explain. First, what did Cricket do to their plans? Pricing is exactly the same, but they made 2 key changes. Change number 1, for the 55, 40, and 30, they removed the 8 megabit per second speed cap. You're now getting full speeds of data on Cricket Wireless, unlimited high-speed data, okay? Speed cap is gone. Change number 2 was with the $60 a month plan, and this is what makes it so great. You now get unlimited premium data that won't slow down based on your usage. This plan is almost the same as AT&T Unlimited Elite. Right now, my understanding is it's truly unlimited priority data. That's the same level as Unlimited Extra. So that's going to be QCI 7 on AT&T. You're getting 15 gigs of mobile hotspot data. So at least, it should be QCI 8. QCI 8 on AT&T. So my understanding is basically the same as my personal Los mobile line. save for the 15 gigs of hotspot as opposed to unlimited. But this goes for $55 a month with auto pay, taxes and fees included.
And the 40p video cap. Don't forget about that.
And there's a 40p video cap and HBO Max with ads in Canada, Mexico roaming, all that stuff. And multi-line discount, $33 per line. I think it's outstanding. Drops to as low as 32. So
yeah, so my take is that first, and I'll repeat what I said last night, I disagree with you. Los Mobile has the best unlimited plan, period, on AT&T at the moment, because true unlimited priority data, true unlimited hotspot, tax and fees are of course included, and from a single line pricing, they are either roughly the same cost or with the discount that you can get as part of the Patreon.
Discount, they're better.
Yeah, so Los is best, and then even if we remove Los out of the equation, I'll say what I said again last night. I still go back to our tried and true AT&T prepaid unlimited plan, the GOAT.
I respect that. I can't get over. Like, I think for more people, this is outstanding.
Well, for more people, I think the $25 a line deal is better.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, it is better for most people because I don't think priority really matters as much on AT&T. I just think like $33 a line for what you're getting with this plan is outstanding. I mean, you compare it to all the other prepaid options, it's cheaper, $55 a month with auto pay as opposed to $65. And there is a $3 fee here. If you do get the best phone plans discount that we're able to offer for our Patreon supporters, then Los Mobile will drop, which will be awesome for you, $60 or possibly as low as $55. And that's going to be superb. I think Cricket, with its broad availability, the physical store, retail locations it offers, I think this is going to be great. 5G access is available for all plans. I think it includes the 5G Plus. But yeah, huge update.
5G Plus only works on Cricket branded phones.
Yeah, or BYOD iPhones. Those are the two.
Or BYOD iPhones.
And HBO Max is available. It's the ad-supported tier, so do keep that in mind. It's available for anyone who has at least one line on the $60 plan. So, yeah, and I updated the Best Phone Plan site with this. Yeah, prepaid unlimited plus, we talked about that on the podcast going live tomorrow. 1080p is an advantage. I would argue because prepaid unlimited plus, here I'll pull it up. Please work, Google. Boom. It's going for its usual $60 a month price. And considering Cricket's plan is $55, taxes and fees included, as opposed to $60 auto pay plus taxes, I think you could go with Cricket. You're getting more hotspot data here, and you have extra money that you could put towards a VPN, and that would give you 4K video streaming, no problem.
Differences of opinion, although I will just say, and we talked about this last night as well, Cricket does have significantly higher ping times due to the way the traffic gets routed.
Yeah, I did notice that when I was testing Cricket. The funny thing, Dennis, this is almost sad. I literally filmed my Cricket review and it's being edited and I just needed some B-roll shots, didn't publish it in time, and now Cricket's plans are updated. So that's what I get.
So Stetson, I think we should just open up the floor to just some general Q&A, and if it doesn't come in, then we maybe play another game of Devil's Advocate, because I have a carrier that I want to talk about.
Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, so our friend Debo Pop is enjoying the plan, and yeah, Edward, I was very surprised when I saw the update. I was like, all right, Cricket's pretty good on AT&T. I was a big fan of AT&T Prepaid Unlimited Plus. I think now that the discount is gone on AT&T Prepaid Unlimited Plus, and you're only getting 22 gigs of premium data and only 10 gigs of hotspot data, in my mind, it's a no-brainer to recommend Cricket Wireless. I think it's a really, really good value.
In my mind, it's Los Mobile all day, but if we can't use Los Mobile as a suggestion, I would just stick with AT&T Prepaid. But
respect it. Yeah, any questions, Edward, Ethan? Ethan's saying, I just hope this move finally pushes Verizon to update their plans. What, Ethan, my question for you, what would you like to see Verizon do to update their plans? Should we check them out?
Oh, you just made me think of a thought. Did you hear what team? I'm sorry to just throw a monkey wrench in this, but did you see what T-Mobile just recently did with Paramount Plus?
What did they do?
Well, T-Mobile worked out a deal with Paramount Plus.
Is it now included?
Yeah, Paramount Plus is for all T-Mobile Magenta customers. Paramount Plus is going to be included as a free perk. They're taking a cue out of the Verizon playbook here.
Oh man, I think this is going to be interesting. Yeah, so here's the announcement. Because I was actually just commenting on this, Dennis. I said, wow, I really wish AT&T had more perks. Bada bing, bada boom. T-Mobile coming in here, giving 1 year. Ooh, they're doing the 1 year thing. That's a classic move for Magenta customers. It's the Paramount Plus Essential Plan, whatever that is. Is it on the website?
I mean, I'm a T-Mobile customer. I could technically take advantage of Paramount Plus, but I honestly don't know what's on Paramount Plus that I would want to watch.
You have to go and just find something. Use like the autoplay recommendation. They still have not updated their premium data on their website. I really want them to do that.
I have Discovery Plus right now because of Fios. I literally watch it zero. I watched it for like 2 days because I wanted to rewatch Mythbusters.
Nice. Those were great.
And then I was just like, that's it. Like, there's literally zero on there that I can consider watching. And anything that's on there, I can just watch on like YouTube TV if I really want to watch
100%.
cable.
Yeah, Santiago, they're definitely trying to push people up to Magenta or Magenta Max. My thing, hey, free line. Third line free, Dennis. Boom.
Dude, I would rather, dude, if I had to be on Essentials, man, if I had to be put on T-Mobile Essentials, I would rather have to be forced to use a 1 gigabyte plan from Red Pocket than be put on T-Mobile Essentials.
Wow, that's pretty harsh, Dennis. It's not that bad.
Dude, it's god awful. As someone that was put on it when I was trying to go to Magenta Max, get my free, it's bad.
Oh man,
dude, it's so bad. It's literally worse than T-Mobile's prepaid offerings.
Yep, I talk about that in my video, calling them out. You know what's funny, Dennis, is in that video there's still people like defending T-Mobile. I'm not sure I understand. Like, what is going on? Like,
they drank the pink Kool-Aid, and
Edward agrees with you. I think it's pink lemonade. That would be
pink lemonade. That's a better one. Okay,
that's really good stuff, though. Anyway,
honestly, out of all the,
sorry, I'm like double thumbs upping what Santiago is saying.
I already agree with that too, wholeheartedly. Even if it was only $10 discount, I'd be
even if it was less than the actual value of the streaming perk, like yes, please.
But I had a quick thought that just came up since we were talking about Essentials. Which carrier do you think has the worst, low cost offering plan for unlimited? So AT&T starter, Verizon.
It's easily Verizon.
Really?
Yep, easily Verizon, and I'll tell you why. It's because Verizon's plans are expensive, starting at like $60, $70 a month for unlimited data on prepaid. Number two, the prepaid plans are deprioritized. This is different.
I'm not talking clarification. I'm not talking about prepaid. I'm talking about Essentials postpaid stuff here.
I'd still go Verizon because I think it's the most expensive and it's doesn't give you as many perks and benefits as the other options. So,
who gives you perks on the introductory stuff? I thought that none of them gave you perks.
Well, you're getting like T-Mobile has hotspot data. Yes, it's at 3G speeds, but that's better than not having any hotspot data, I feel like. And AT&T has the Canada and Mexico roaming included for free, whereas Verizon does not. So, and I don't actually remember if this one has it. You're getting 2G data in Canada and Mexico. I don't know. I just felt like overall, I think it's a little bit better. The options on T-Mobile and AT&T are marginally better and at lower costs. So, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they're all bad, and I agree with your sentiment that Verizon starter is the worst, but I just figured I'd hear what you had to say. One thing I found interesting, though, is that T-Mobile caps out the amount of lines you could have on Essentials. I believe it's only 4 lines.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
5 lines.
5 lines, sorry.
Okay. I'm 60. I'm going to say I'm 80% sure you can have at least 10 lines, up to 10 lines on any
I
account.
am 100% sure that's not right for essentials. If you start going past a certain amount, you have to be bumped up to magenta.
I mean, to be fair, you probably should be on magenta anyway, but yeah, that's weird.
I just thought it was an arbitrarily interesting thing to put impose. Like,
Yeah. Just a limit. Like, we don't want you on this plan. Upgrade. Yeah.
But yeah, so you were pulling up Paramount Plus stuff. We kind of got sidetracked from that. Sorry.
I think that was basically it. I mean, let's see. Business, internet, prepaid. Yeah. Oh yeah, these are the options. Dude, $65 a month. So these are terrible. It's so bad.
Also, DW chimed in. It's 6 lines maximum.
All right. Well, thank you, DW, for clarifying that. What's the max on a regular? Is it 10 on Magenta and Magenta Max?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't know. Yeah, it's so weird. I got nothing.
Want to do a game of Devil's Advocate then?
Devil's Advocate. Yeah, let's do that. And if you guys have questions, feel free to chime in. We'll circle back to them. Dennis, what is the operator we are doing? Should we do Verizon? We're looking at it. You said you actually had.
We did Verizon last night, remember?
Okay, we did Verizon. You said you had a couple queued up in the noggin.
Yeah, I had one in mind. I was thinking we could do Red Pocket.
Ooh, Red Pocket. They just updated their website. Have you seen it?
I have not seen the updated website, but I was thinking we could do Red Pocket because you tend to be pretty positive with their offerings. I tend to be a little bit pessimistic because of the lack of features. So
yeah,
I figured Red Pocket would be great. A great choice since you're a big advocate for them.
I do tend to like their options. Let me just sign in so you can take a peek. Take a gander. Make sure. Yeah, this looks fine. Actually, let me just boink, boink.
But I was thinking Red Pocket and then Xfinity Mobile.
Yeah, they updated the website. It looks really clean. I like it a lot, actually. So
yeah, looks good. Is that the plan that you're personally using?
Yeah, I'm on this $30 a month. Renews on the 23rd.
Why do you still have that going? Is this for?
I was reviewing it. I actually canceled it, and so I will either make a review video by the 23rd, or I will not, and then sign up later in the future. This was part of the AT&T Speed Test video. They were an MVNO. I think I included.
All right. Well, yeah. Let's start off with the Red Pocket, since I'm the one that tends to be a little bit more negative towards them, although not as harsh as others. I'll still be the person that has to do the positive comments. You do the criticism.
Criticism of Red Pocket. I think they could be more upfront on some of their deals and discounts, specifically relating to their phones. They're saying like save up to $250 off, and the language has previously indicated like this was on the phone, and sometimes it turns out that you're saving money on the plan itself as opposed to the actual device.
Okay. So for the positive in Red Pocket's court is they offer some exceptional value as far as their plans go. Arguably some of the best pricing if you're looking to be on the AT&T network specifically. I mean, $10 for 10 gigabytes with their current promo, which after the promo ends is only $20, is not bad. Like,
yeah.
Like, and then they go all the way up to 100 gigabytes of data now.
That's good for the end of the year, by the way, too.
And that's only $25 with the promo that's going on, and then after the promo it's only $50, which effectively speaking is pretty much unlimited. Right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, so I just wanted to clarify. I kind of said my point a little bit slowly because I was looking for it on the website. But yeah, $250 in savings. It's not on the phone. It's on the plan. Like they're giving you a discount on the plan. And I feel like they could be a little bit more upfront about that. So anyway, but yeah, Dennis, to your point, they do have awesome plans. This is what you're looking at.
Yep.
Dang. Okay, criticism. The plans are not the same across multiple networks. Okay, so take a look at the $25 100 gig plan, something I think our audience would honestly love, like $25 for November, get 100 gigs on AT&T. That's pretty awesome. But if we take a look down here at the old fine print, it's only on GSMA, which is AT&T. It's 50 gigabytes on T-Mobile and Verizon. So I wish
Isn't T-Mobile GSM?
they're GSMT.
Okay.
Gotcha. So GSM, and then A is AT&T, T is T-Mobile, and then the CDMA one is Verizon. So I wish they offered the same plan on all the networks. It's a little bit disappointing that you're seeing some compromise if you're wanting service on Verizon or T-Mobile.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a fair criticism. Well, to stick on the happy trail that I'm supposed to be in, they got some very generous international calling worldwide for a prepaid carrier, which is just tremendous. I think that's an excellent perk, especially if you're maybe like an international student that's coming to the country to, study for college or whatever,
100%, Dennis. 100%. Also, can I just point out this banner is an image. Like the whole thing is an image.
I saw that.
Anyway, Red Pocket. Okay? They don't promote their annual plans on their website. Is my criticism. It's only available through eBay. Okay,
Ooh.
so this is where you're getting the annual discounts, but it's only through eBay. Good news is some of these include all major networks, and the plans are the same. But some, again, only AT&T. That's why I think Red Pocket's one of the better, I'm supposed to be criticizing, but better AT&T MVNOs.
Dude, and I know I'm supposed to be positive, but dude, these annual plans are worse than their current like month-to-month plans.
Well, because they have a current promo for like 1 month, but after that, these are usually outstanding.
Yeah, but even after the 1 month, like, okay, can you scroll down for a second, please? Oh, okay, never mind.
I was just going back.
I will open a new tab. So all right, so taking a peek. Okay, so 3 gigabytes is $15 per month. If we look at the normal pricing for the 10 gig plan, it's only $20 for 10 gigs. So a $5 difference gets you 3x amount of the data bucket, which is much better.
Well, you can see that 3 gigs is crossed out. So it's 3 gigabytes for $20 normally. You see what I'm saying?
Is the bonus data not?
It's 1 month.
Oh.
Yeah.
I totally misunderstood that when looking at that.
Well, that's back to my criticism of the website then. Like, it's not clear. They could improve their communication to provide clarity on specifically what they're offering.
Okay, so then so the 100 I'm so confused then. Does the 100 gig plan go back down to 50 then after this month? Or
all right, so to recap this, I'm pretty sure it's usually a 50 gig plan, and it's usually $50 a month. I mean, the answer is just to use my website.
Yes, use Stetson's website.
Like, this is why I built this thing. So if we click on Red Pocket, and I list all of the plans here. I wish I clarified, but like, here's an example of the $30 monthly is usually 10 gigs for $30. The annual doubles your data to 20 gigs. The annual
isn't doubling your data from what I can tell.
What do you mean?
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. The XL plan. I'm sorry. Go continue.
$20 a month monthly. Actually, this is, I think, a different plan. Let's see. $15 for 3 gigs. That's the annual. That's the annual, and usually it's $20, and that's what you see on the website. And there's also a $20 plan with 8 gigs as an annual option. So it's like, the annual options are really good is the bottom line, but they're only available on eBay. So it's just like this weird, different experience that I'm not 100% sure why they're doing. But
side note, I'm surprised you did not critique the fact they lack important features.
Yeah, the feature
and they
support,
charge for visual voicemail still, don't they?
Yep. Well, they charge. I think it's only on one network. I think they only charge on AT&T now. I think they eliminated it on whatever the other one was. I will say this is my personal pet peeve, and it makes sense, but it's annoying. One of the benefits of their plans is something like this right here, Dennis. 100 minutes, 100 texts, 500 megabytes, $5. Okay, epic budget affordable option. Or even this like 200 minutes, 1,000 texts, 200 megabytes, $2.50 a month. Okay, outstanding deal.
Even the
But
$8 plan is outstanding. Unlimited texting.
but if you don't use the phone, they cancel your service.
What the hell?
Yeah. So this happened to me. I signed up. To their credit, they reinstated the annual plan, but I bought. It was literally this $5 annual plan. I was like, sweet, I'm set for a year. Like, doesn't matter if I'm slower on this review or whatever. And I didn't use it because I have way too many lines active. Didn't even cross my mind. Go to test it out. It's been canceled. And
That's
so
that's really terrible, especially considering the fact that the whole reason plans like this exist is for one of three scenarios. One, you have an elderly person that barely checks their cell phone, right? But you
yeah,
want the have for emergencies. Two, you have it as a backup for emergencies. Maybe you keep the phone in your car so if it
yeah,
like
just like
breaks.
glove box phone. Oh, perfect for that.
Or three, if you're picking this kind of plan, you're probably a very light case user to begin with. So there might be months where you quite literally don't make a call or a text, even if you're just using it as intended.
Yeah, yeah.
But all right, I want to move off of Red Pocket. I want to move on to
Those are
Xfinity.
pocket.
I want to move on to
Yeah,
Xfinity Mobile because you have a lot of experience with them at this point. I have a lot of experience with them, so I feel like it's going to be easier. Um, I think
I should actually. I'm gonna slap this in the chat. Like, if you guys are interested in actually grabbing a red pocket deal, like they're doing a like first month is gonna be awesome. Okay, they're doubling the data. It's sick. Good opportunity to test out AT&T. So check them out on the website if you're interested.
do you have
There
an
you go.
affiliate link that anybody
Yeah,
can
if you
use?
go through Best Phone Plans, boom. So, but yeah, I mean, if sign up if you're interested. If not, no worries.
But let's do Xfinity Mobile. We have more experience with that. I wanna give the toss up though. I feel like we've been both positive towards them.
Yeah.
So who do you want to put on the critique hat here?
Ooh, that is a great question.
Because we're both positive to them. So
Yeah. Do you have a preference? I mean, I have some pretty great news for a pro.
then I'll let you be pros. I'll be cons because I'm a pro at being the devil advocate as it is. With that being said, this is one of the few times where we, just like we agree on a mint, this is one of the few times where we agree on something. So
Yeah.
I'll play devil's advocate. I'll be the con man.
All right. So starting off, I think you got to go with affordability. Okay. They have the data bucket plans by the gig, they call them. You can grab 10 gigs for $60, throw 4 lines on there. Price stays at $60. You share the data, ultra affordable option. You're talking like $15 a line. Like perfect. That's
Okay.
my pro. Affordable, low cost option for families.
Okay. My con is that when it does come to those data bucket options, there's really not a lot of options. Like if you want the 10 gig plan, like let's just say you need more than 10 gigs as a bucket, right?
Yeah.
There's no like buy extra data in advance past like Mint does, for example. It's literally like $15 for every additional gig that you go over.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks.
It's expensive for sure. I mean, that is when you upgrade to the unlimited plan. And I'll do that as my second pro. Super affordable unlimited plan. $45 a line for unlimited. It is 20 gigabytes of fast data, and then it slows down a lot. I want to actually do further testing on the slow speeds, and that will come. That's a couple of weeks out, but it slows down a lot. But 20 gigs is great for most people, and with the access to Xfinity's Wi-Fi hotspot network, I think you're going to be cruising.
All right, my con is that in order to get these prices that we're talking about, you have to have one of Comcast core services, so like their internet. If you don't, they charge you a $25 line access fee per line.
That's so true. That is, yeah. I mean, I wish it's good that a lot of people have access to Xfinity, I guess. It's just a bummer that like you have to be an existing customer.
Well, no, I'm saying, like, think of this scenario. You're an existing customer, but then you moved somewhere to Comcast doesn't service, but you want to keep your cell phone service. Well, now you're
Oh, it
paying an
just
extra
jacks up like $100
$100.
or whatever. Yeah. Woof. All right. One big pro, they support all features that Verizon offers. Ultra wideband access that doesn't count towards your premium or your fast data. Uh, I don't know about eSIM. I almost said that. They've got international calling options.
Yeah,
You can
eSIM's
add
not supported.
you can add tablet and smartwatch devices to your line, something you can't do on MVNOs like Mint Mobile, like US Mobile right now. And number one big thing, I should almost save this as his own thing, but I'll throw it in here. Priority data. You get priority data on the buy the gig plans. And I just learned you actually get priority data on the unlimited plan when you're using a 5G device. So my 5G iPhone 12 actually got priority data on the unlimited plan, no additional charges.
Right, but it has to be a 5G phone on their latest generation of plans.
That doesn't seem too hard. If you're going to activate a new line today with a 5G phone, you got it.
I just feel like that's important to highlight, though, in case someone maybe wants to bring over their iPhone 6, for example.
Please upgrade your phone.
You laugh, but there are a lot of people that do, which on that note, Xfinity has some of the worst BYOD support that I can think of.
Really?
Yeah, dude, they are very particular. They support, okay, so iPhones are generally okay. They support iPhone 6 and later for the most part, with the exception of the 7s and the 8s, if you have the GSM variant of the phone.
Okay, that's weird. Okay.
So the Intel modem version. So that's, but when we're talking about Android, that's where it gets really rough. Like, they support Pixel, the OG Pixel, Pixel 2, Pixel 3, and I believe Pixel 4a, but not normal Pixel 4, not Pixel 5, and not Pixel 6. For Samsung phones, they support Galaxy S8 and later, but they don't support Galaxy S21. They don't support, I think they still don't support Note 20, and they don't support any of the foldable phones, like the Z Flip or anything like that. And they don't support anything like Motorola or the A series phones. So they're quite limiting on what phones they support for BYOD.
Interesting. Yeah, I guess the best way to tell is to use the BYOD checker. I will say they have pretty good deals. Right now, you can get $200 when you bring your own phone to Xfinity Mobile. And they also have pretty good deals in general on like iPhones and stuff. When you add a line, they're able to offer some of those promotions that are typically reserved for just like Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile. So yeah, I mean, I think
I thought of one big one.
Okay.
To get Xfinity Mobile, you have to pass a credit check, and they need your date of birth and social when opening up the account.
Oh, that could be. I mean, that's typical for the MNOs too. So
that's typical for the MNOs, but Xfinity Mobile is very aggressive.
Yeah.
And how many lines you qualify for. Like, if you have bad credit, you might only get approved for one line, and you need to bring your family of 4 over. Even if you want to do BYOD for everybody, you might only get approved for one line.
Interesting. I didn't know that. I'll give another perk though, and that's the Wi-Fi hotspots. Honestly, pretty awesome. Like, I have Xfinity Wi-Fi at the gym I work out at, the Starbucks that's like right nearby, and Chipotle, and those are like the 3 places I visit most. So it's pretty nice, and also a lot of like McDonald's. Like if you're on road trips and stuff, it's kind of nice just getting that connection.
Fair. And since we're rounding this out, and you already touched on this, why don't we talk about Xfinity's crazy promotions that they're doing right now?
Yeah, they're doing some pretty good ones. We were checking them out yesterday, and they're pretty good for people who are interested. So if you go to just shop deals, what are we looking at?
If I remember correctly, yeah, free A42, which
right.
is halfway decent.
Halfway decent. It's a Samsung phone, so a Samsung phone, even the budget ones tend to be pretty good.
There's that Motorola phone, which I call trash because it's using a Mediacom system on a chip.
No, you mean MediaTek.
MediaTek, excuse me.
We're going to glance over that one. And this one's my favorite. $200 and bring your phone to Xfinity Mobile.
That is great. And here's what's better. It stacks with their core service promos where they're also doing Visa cards for internet-only customers. And this is truly the best deal. Right now, when you get mobile, it's typically a $10 discount, but they're doing a promo where you get a $30 discount off your internet. And that is for 36 months. The price is
really good.
So So
Wait,
as an
$30 times 36 months. That's over $1,000.
yeah, but
$1,080.
so it applies for blast internet and above. But Stetson, blast internet is normally $60, okay? But if you get mobile, you get a $30 discount, which means you're getting it for $30 per month, and that price is good for 36 months. And Stetson, it's 400 megabits per second down, 10 up for $30.
Those speeds at that price are really good. The 10 up kind of kills me, but 400 down is outstanding.
The 10 up kills you because you have fiber, but let's circle back to the real world here for a second. For $30, 400 by 10 is got to be the best pricing I've seen from an ISP for internet.
Yep.
And Colbert, yes, it's $200 per line, I believe, isn't it, Stetson?
Yeah, I was just looking at the fine print here, and I'm seeing per line as well.
So effectively speaking, you bring 5 lines over, you just got yourself $1,000.
Yeah, so it's a maximum of $2,000 in prepaid card amounts per customer/account.
So that would be 10 lines.
But it says one card issued for total qualifying. For total amount.
Yes, i.e. they're not going to send you a bunch of $200 Visa cards. They'll send you one with the $2,000 on it.
Gotcha. So yeah, there you go. And yeah, it's really good on Verizon. I mean, the priority data is what surprised me most because I was like, it's deprioritized the unlimited plan. But now that I know if you're getting a new 5G phone, you're getting priority data, that to me is kind of a game changer. And that actually makes me more optimistic for what US Mobile could potentially do.
Well, I think it's funny too because I think in the fine print it still says like deprioritized.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I think the website's outdated. Classic.
So then, what's the point of the $20 bolt-on then? If priority data
is expired, actually,
you can't add it anymore.
That's correct. It was for the older like Gen 2 plans, and so it's actually they phased out the add-on, which is a bummer. Like you can't get the 4K streaming. I mean, not that like that would actually like plow through your data allotment anyway. So not the biggest deal, but that is gone. So it's only available for older.
On a quick side note, remember you were talking about pros about tablets and stuff like that? I just want to say that Xfinity has terrible tablet pricing.
Really? You don't think so? Isn't it like $10 to $20?
No, it's $10 tablet fee plus the full cost whatever plan. It doesn't get the multi-product discount. So like if you get unlimited, it's $45 plus the $10 access charge, so $55 just for that tablet.
That is true.
And also worth mentioning, you can't do BYOD tablets. You have to buy the iPad through Xfinity to use the tablet on Xfinity Mobile. Yep.
Oh my god.
You cannot bring your own tablet over.
That's
nuts.
It
has to be a tablet purchased to them, and they only sell iPads.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess we should clarify this a little bit. The tablet pricing. So you're 100% correct for the unlimited plan. That is terrible. You're paying $55 just to get your tablet. Forget it. I thought it was a pro. That's a con.
But buy the gig plans I know is shared, but you're still paying the $10 line fee.
Exactly. So for a buy the gig plan, you can add it for $10. I'm not sure how much you're going to get done with a tablet. Like the data amount is not enough for your tablet IMO. So I would say it's probably bad. $10 for a smartwatch is expensive. Like honestly,
no, $10 for a smartwatch isn't bad. That's what Verizon and AT&T charge, unless you have Verizon's.
Yeah. I guess you're right because it shares the phone number or whatever. Like I would almost go with T-Mobile prepaid. Let me see if I can pull this up quickly. I want the shop. I want plans. T-Mobile Connect. I think those are the Connect plans. I just want the data bucket plans. All right. Forgive me. I'm going to have to search that up a little bit, but
that's fine. Overall, though, I think talking about Xfinity was fun. I guess to put a nice bow on it, despite everything we just talked about, do we still give Xfinity Mobile the thumbs up?
Yeah. Oh, 100%. I mean, if you're on Xfinity, like you might as well just get the discounts on your phone service. Like it's so much cheaper than going with Verizon directly or anything like that.
Let me ask a better question. If you had to choose between Xfinity Mobile, US Mobile, and Visible, which would you pick?
Oh, great question. I would go US Mobile actually, because it'll go down to $25 a line. And I think once you stack that price, like $25 compared to, I think Xfinity is like $30.
30.
Like you end up saving $15 a line. I mean, it depends like what other discounts and stuff you're getting bundled in, right? If you're getting that 30 discount on your internet that you mentioned, I would do that. If you're not getting any other discounts, I would go US Mobile
even
probably.
with the $30 discount, don't forget US Mobile is giving you the free streaming service.
Yep, 2 free streaming services if you get a family of 4. 3 or 1 streaming service, you get 3 lines. So yeah, I'd still probably go US Mobile. I just kind of like what they're doing.
I think I would go US Mobile as well. Only actually,
are you switching?
That. What?
You're switching.
I'm gonna say scratch that because I was about to say I would go US Mobile as well because I appreciate not having all my eggs in one basket, but then I remembered something important. Priority data matters a lot on Verizon in my market.
Yeah, it does. Oh, that's a really good point. I don't know. I think
also one other thing I remembered: lack of Wi-Fi calling sucks. So I think I would pick Xfinity Mobile.
Yeah, sure.
Because Visible's not even an option in this conversation.
I would still go US Mobile. I'll still give them the thumbs up. I like what they're doing. You know, eggs in my basket. And yeah, and then one thing I wanted to mention that I was trying to bring up earlier is T-Mobile has, I think, the best smartwatch plan. It's $5 for 500 megabytes. Works on a smartwatch, and yeah, that's I think the cheapest plan I've found besides Visible's $5 plan.
In store only though. What the hell?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that.
So they're going to charge you that nice assistance fee for going in store.
Yeah. Let's see. We have some questions coming in here. Yeah, that's exactly what I was doing. The DW $5 watch plan, 500 megabytes. Yeah. And yeah, for audio, perfect. That's what I would say. Santiago would go eSIM and the $25 party pay. I respect that. US Mobile doesn't have eSIM or priority just yet. Jacob, what is your dream job? Would it be in the telecom industry, YouTube, other? Right now, I feel like YouTube it's kind of like this is the dream job. Living the dream, which I'm feeling very grateful for. And I think if I wasn't doing this, I feel like I'd be into web design because I love that a lot too.
What would my dream job be? My dream job would probably be being a project manager for like Verizon for 5 specifically.
Did make it good.
So basically, like being in charge of like hyper builds and expansions out into new markets, drawing up passing lists, you know, working with the local municipalities to get the permitting done and doing all that kind of thing. I know that probably sounds really boring to most people, but like that would probably be my dream job. Plus, because I'm working for Verizon, I'd have the added benefit of probably having like free or very highly reduced Fios service.
I think also their Verizon plans, I'm pretty sure it's 50% off if you're an employee. So
yeah, something like that. But even in that scenario, I would still just stick to using my lowest mobile line.
You got lucky. Yeah, you got your lowest mobile line.
Dude,
actually, Carlos just messaged me. I got to fix that.
Listen, Carlos knows I won't blow smoke up his ass, but I mean it sincerely. Like the lowest mobile Verizon access is truly like the best thing since sliced bread. Like it is, like okay, the AT&T Death Star plan is god tier, but the thing is that you guys got to remember is I already had a really good AT&T plan, so it wasn't changing much for me, right? Yeah. Whereas the Verizon plan, since I will never personally give money to Verizon Wireless because I have a grudge and I'm open about my grudge against them, is god like breathtaking because I'm getting access to this incredible, robust network with a fantastic plan that is better than anything that Verizon has to offer. Like, it is really good. So, yeah. Lowest mobile Verizon access is great.
Boom. Yeah, VBG.
Rules. Wait, VBG would like to know my location? Wait, what's VBG?
I'm not 100% sure. I read that initially as something Verizon, but I didn't get that.
Verizon Business. I don't know what that means. If you want to clarify, Ethan, what that means, that'd be great.
Oh, there we go. Verizon Business Group.
Verizon Business Group wants to. What?
They want to hire you. Boom.
Well,
Dennis just got a new job, and now he's off to another new job.
Dude, honestly, they just sent me I had to sign up for it. They just sent me a big package with like an HP monitor and an HP laptop. And dude, this HP laptop is actually legit. It has Thunderbolt 4.
Dang, that is awesome.
it's a little bit of a beast of a laptop. I'm going into the office on Monday to go get it set up because they have to put in some BitLocker passwords and stuff like that. But I'm excited for the new job. It's going to be bit. I'm not going to say the name of the company, but somebody was able to guess that I talked to in Discord. But basically, it's global enterprise solutions. I'll be working with like enterprise companies like Verizon size, except on the West Coast.
Gotcha.
But
Sweet.
if Verizon wanted to offer me a job, I don't think I could take a job with Verizon. I feel like it'd be a conflict of interest.
I'd be okay with it. I mean, it definitely would, but I don't know. I also like helping people. I would be a terrible Verizon employee. Like I would be like, hey, just guys, like you should be signing up for US Mobile. Are you on Xfinity? Like, can I talk you to Xfinity Mobile? I'd be like in the store steering people away. Store manager would be like, Stetson, what are you doing?
I feel like I feel like it would depend on what I'm doing with Verizon. If I was working for business or enterprise, it probably wouldn't matter because I'm not dealing with residential customers. But like, I don't know. I know Verizon doesn't necessarily. Well, from my experience looking at Verizon, I know that they don't tend to pay too well for entry level roles. I'll say that. Like if you're looking at like retail employee people, like they don't make as much as I thought they would make. Because AT&T pays pretty well for like corporate workers. But
all right, I was gonna answer Rahul saying the Roger Shaw merger has regulatory approval, so Shaw Mobile and Freedom Mobile could get divested to Videotorn. Most probably, they're gonna cover 86% of the population. I get that sounds good. I'm not 100% sure.
What is $300 a year?
$300 for 8 gigs a month. I'm going to pretend that's $30, 8 gigs a month with Kroger, 13% deal. That's pretty good. Jacob's coming in and saying for telecom enthusiasts, Bell Mobility Network employees in Canada get unlimited data plus hotspot, no cap ever. Oh my God. I had the chance to try it. Verizon will probably have the same thing. Well, that's basically what Verizon has or what's being worked on with Los Mobile. So maybe we get it. Oh, $300 a year, which is actually under $30 a month. So that's pretty good. That's like AT&T prepaid plan, basically.
Ryan's saying we should both go into RF engineering at a place like Verizon and Basking Ridge or T-Mobile Overland Park. I will just say with confidence that there is no way that I would be able to perform that job in the way that it needs to be done because my understanding of, well, one, engineering and two, physics is definitely not on the level that is needed for that type of role. And Stetson is a smart guy, but I feel pretty good in saying that I have a better understanding of networking equipment than Stetson. He is just a god artist and really good at making things look pretty. Honestly, Stetson, you know what I could see you doing? And this is going to sound really out of character, but I could totally see you teaching like a course on like something like linden.com or something like that.
Yeah, I've thought of that.
But
I've thought of doing like a course on Keynote.
But specifically, it'd be a course in UI and UX design. So basically, you'd be teaching web design courses. You'd probably use something like Adobe. Oh God, what's it called? Adobe has a thing that lets you like make apps so that like it's interactive without actually
Adobe XD?
Yes, thank you. I used it back in college for a UI UX design course I took in IST, believe it or not. I could see you using something like that and having people like develop websites using that.
That's sweet. Yeah. Interesting. Oh, John's asking, do you think AT&T will open up access to their 5G prepaid plans like T-Mobile has?
What do you mean by that exactly?
So he's talking about, will AT&T prepaid get 5G? The answer is
yes,
but unclear when, because if you take a look, right now the only plans getting 5G access are
unlimited.
It's just the prepaid unlimited plus plan. But said,
they have to because Cricket has it. So
Cricket has it, and all of the AT&T MVNOs have it or are getting it.
Ooh, Debo asked an interesting question.
What if MKBHD offered you to move out to a house near his studio? You have to work on his team and edit videos. I mean, I love what Marquez is doing, and I think the team and environment he's created is super cool. My mission is to help people save money on cell phone plans. Like, I strongly feel that there aren't enough people talking about this, and ultimately, I'm just so motivated to help you all. I'd be concerned I wouldn't have enough time to do what I would want to do in that space to help you all if I took a position with MKBHD or another company.
Stetson, I'm going to say counter argument to that. I feel like having a position like that would actually help you be able to produce content because you could do both, right? You're going to have access to
Oh
his
man,
lab.
dude, it's so hard to do both.
Hear me out real quick. You're going to have access to his lab, which means you have access to all of his pristine equipment like that red 8K camera, so you can do what you want with your beautiful video content. But also, you're going to have access to a whole catalog of every phone since like the dawn of time. So if you want to do a video showing, like, say, for example, a first gen 5G phone versus 5G phone today performance on the Verizon network, right?
Yeah.
You could do something like that. And not to mention that, realistically speaking, you're probably going to have some type of work from home nature knowing APHD, which means while you're exporting a 8K red file for Marcus, you know, you could be editing one of your own videos or writing up your script for later on. I mean, I could see you doing it.
Maybe. I tried it before and it's a lot. It's just so much time goes into everything that I do. But yeah, I mean, you bring up good points. I could probably pull it off if I had like an editor, like if I just filmed and someone else edited.
Dude, with the salary that you would have plus the income from your main channel, you'd be able to hire an editor for your own.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it would be tough. But yeah, dude, I love what Marquez is doing. Like, I almost wish more people talked about cell phone plans, just to bring more awareness to it. But at the same time, not, because I like kind of being the front of that. If you search on YouTube,
I like having our niche. I like the community that we have.
Yeah, I love you all. You guys are great. Well, Ryan and Jacob, yeah.
Well, obviously our audience, but I was going to say specifically like Sneed, Carlos. You know, it's nice having this like friendly community where we all kind of know each other and sort of ride this wave up together.
Ryan saying just go. Honestly, I don't really like video editing, so I don't know if I would do that. But if he wants like a slick website, I would be totally down. I love web design. That is what if I wasn't doing YouTube, I would 100% be doing something related to web design, maybe e-commerce. I just love buttons, you know, and how the shape of buttons, how they interact, you know, if they float up at you, if they depress down, they get bigger.
Oh, you would have loved my Visual Basic class back in high school, man. That's what we did, was we learned how to program in Visual Basic, coding buttons for like simple calculator apps and stuff.
Yeah. Oh man, Linus. Ryan, you're right. If Linus gave me the opportunity, I would do probably like a 6-month internship. I think.
Dude, if Linus gave me the opportunity, I would literally drop everything, move out of this house that I bought, and go become a Canadian citizen just to work for Linus.
That is, I'm a Canadian now. Take me,
dude. The way he treats his employees is, first off, incredible. Secondarily, like, even outside of that, it'd be so dope to be able to just have chill coworkers like Anthony and even Dennis, and not me, Dennis, the Asian Dennis. Like, yeah. Like, it would be dope. I don't even know what I could do for Linus Media Group, though. Like, I don't have any of the skills they would probably want.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sure project management, like, there's a bunch of people doing stuff off camera and like coordinating things.
Yeah, but like Linus wouldn't want me in. Like, what projects would I be working on? Upgrading his server that he just got done upgrade. Like, he has Anthony for that. Like what would he need me for?
I don't know. That is, they're phasing people in. Like, I see Anthony becoming more of an A-roll talent person, and I see other members kind of fading out. Like, I think Linus is honestly trying to phase himself out of the face of the company to get it ready for more longevity. I mean, he mentioned he was getting tired of that before, but yeah, I would do it as an internship to learn how he built the team, because I'm starting to think, like, he didn't hire a lot of people to do video. He hired a lot of people to do writing. That's like the number one thing. And it's
LTX, and don't forget the apparel for the LTTstore.com.
Yeah, that came later, right? I mean, when he got the channel started and it was expanding out, like, he hired writers, and the writers just like went on screen, and then they just like figured stuff out to put in the B-roll. Like, it almost seems like the filming aspect is easier, and it's just, you need good content, and you need a lot of content, and I think they have that on lock. Yeah, Ryan's saying writing is key.
Dude, I would work for Linus just to have access to freaking 3080. He's got 3080s on deck in his little warehouse. I'd be like, Dennis, you just see like Linus Tech Tips property just somehow coming into my apartment.
Yeah.
Or house. Oh, we're talking about Canadian plans?
A lot of people are doing about Canadian plans. The other thing, oh man, have you guys seen this? It's called New Morphism, and it's crazy. I have mixed feelings about it. It's like beautiful, but horribly. It's not accessible, is how I describe it. So check this out. This is like a design thing, but it's called New Morphism, and it's just this like, it's so beautiful.
I don't like it.
Dennis doesn't like it. It's just like a material, and it kind of comes out and goes in. I love it.
I do not like it. It makes me think. It makes me think of like Windows 95 design. Like that's what it makes me think of.
No way.
I'm being serious.
Anyway, I will check out.
I had a thought though, real quick. This is totally something out of totally left field, but I figured out a way to talk about it. So, Stetson, let me start off by asking this. How much do you pay attention to the crypto market?
Very minimally.
Okay. But you have a key understanding of like what crypto is and stuff like that, right?
Yeah. Like it's based out of the blockchain technology, basically getting ledgers, different computers to authenticate the blockchain. Yeah.
Perfect. Good. So you remember how yesterday we were talking about you wish AT&T would add value to their plans?
Yeah.
What if AT&T came up with their own cryptocurrency to reward loyalty instead of doing this like crappy like thank you program? Like they gave you like actual cryptocurrency. They could call it whatever they want to call it. I don't know, AT&T Next Crypto, and literally you could use it to say spend towards your bills. It could be used to buy other things, etc., etc., etc. Insert whatever you want it to be.
Yeah. No, I'm here. Sorry. I think that's a great idea. Have you heard of Helium?
I have heard of Helium because we talked about it, and we talked about how it's very expensive to buy their stuff, and that I was uncomfortable with the idea of sharing my capacity of my network, even though I have lots of capacity to spare.
I think it's a similar idea. Like basically what they're doing is they're rewarding users with Helium tokens, and I feel like it's like a somewhat similar concept. Like they're rewarding users with cryptocurrency with these cryptocurrency tokens for building the network. And I don't know. I think that's pretty cool. I'd be down for it if AT&T did that. So,
yeah. And also to talk about the one thing that has been consistent in my mind. Have you paid attention to Shiba Inu?
I am not. Are you up a lot on Shiba Inu right now?
I am not up a lot, but I did buy $190 worth because Coinbase charges like a fee.
Yeah.
But I did buy some, and I've been mining it as well.
All right.
You know, you've been frozen for like a good moment.
Yeah, I know. I think it's my computer, but I'm not sure. It says the sensor is reading 156 degrees Fahrenheit, but the fan's only at 2,700 RPMs. I don't know.
Is there not a manual? I know on my old MacBook, I had like a thing that let me actually manually like ramp up the fan. Is that something?
Oh, I think I can probably do that.
Just go full bore, see what happens.
High.
But
I think it's at 100%.
But I have like 2.9 million Shiba Inu coins that I bought, whatever price it was. Which
that's hilarious, Dennis.
So I'm hoping that it goes to a penny. I don't know if it will. I went in knowing that if the money goes away, it goes away. But if it goes to a penny, Stetson, that would mean I would be making $250,000, which would be
yeah, you'd probably be okay with that.
More than okay. I'd be very happy with that. I would use that to immediately pay off my house.
That sounds great. I am so frozen. I'm just like watching myself, and I'm like, I'm a good 5 minutes behind. Look at that. I'm not even doing those things. What is happening right now, Dennis? Oh my god,
dude. Oh man.
I think this is the computer overheating.
The way you're moving though makes me think of a skit. Are you familiar with like
I'm back.
Yes, you are.
Dude, it is something related to sharing Chrome tabs and having a lot of those open.
So, real quick, Stetson, do you watch a lot of skit channels on YouTube, like RDC World? Or...
I watch, funny enough, speaking of Canada, I watch Canadian skit channels. So, like Julie Noki. Oh, man. I think there's a guy, Ryan. He's got some really, really funny skits. It's like the first person to graduate college, the first person to get married, the first person to get divorced. and this is like absolutely hilarious universes he creates.
Okay, well, the reason why I was asking is because like I think it was RDC World one, I believe, was the one that made it. But he made like a video where like if the carriers were in like real life, and it just shows like Verizon walking in first, AT&T coming in next, talking semi-normal.
Yeah.
And then T-Mobile was like a little stutter, and then Sprint's just like rubber banding all over the place, and it made me think of that when I
Because
was
that's what I was doing. I was like rubber banding. Yeah.
you're just like freezing all over the place, and I thought it was hilarious because it really was true. Sprint's network was so bad back then.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Cool. Look,
I
we've
don't
been
know.
going for an hour and 40 minutes. I want to like chill if that's totally cool with people. But yeah,
I've been wanting to call it, but I didn't want to be that guy.
we loved it. So yeah,
yeah.
thank you guys so much for tuning in, asking your questions. We go live every Thursday. It's happening. I think we're going to work on getting a better schedule down for the podcast for the Patreon supporters. That will go live tomorrow because I am downloading it tonight, editing it, and publishing it, or scheduling it, I should say. Consider supporting us on Patreon. Again, we have some new perks. If you're interested in Los Mobile, you can grab yourself a discount by becoming a Patreon supporter. We really appreciate it. You join the Discord, you hang out with us. We're actually doing chats now in the Discord live room. Those are monthly, and you can get a shout out in a video. That will be happening. I'll be curious who the first person is. I almost want to join my own tier so I can give myself a shout out. Is that weird?
I mean, technically speaking, I'm actually part of the
Dennis, you could be the first person. I'll shout you out. But yeah, that's what's going on. Los Mobile review is in the works. Like that, I'm putting all of my energy into that from this moment forward. Actually, after I get the podcast uploaded, then anyway, that's coming next. So stay tuned for the review. And yeah, any closing remarks from you, Dennis?
No, I just want to thank everybody as always for taking the time to watch with us. Please stay tuned for tomorrow because that episode was pretty juicy.
Picante.
But with that being said, everybody, I wish you all a healthy and safe night and look forward to talking to you all again next week.
Absolutely. Take care, everybody.